boys and girls. This is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the Legit Boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. And available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to leave us a rating, review, or a comment if you're listening to the show on a podcast app. And hit that subscribe button and notify bell next to it. And make sure you're always notified when we go live, when we have new content. Of course, speaking of live, Larson, this Sunday, it's Fastlane Day. So we're going to be doing live reactions to that right here at youtube.com/Steve Larson.
Also, if you're watching this first thing Friday morning at 9 o'clock-ish, Friday morning, we'll be going live with We Book Fastlane.
Very important. That's going to be over at the Itchtway.
Yeah, and if you're not watching live, you can watch that VOD Saturday. Or if you want to watch some gaming content right now, that's on our channel. You can watch Fun Wrestling's Wrestling Fun Limited.
Oh, so much fun.
Right now.
Maybe too much fun.
It's the greatest wrestling spectacular ever.
I mean, is it Wrestle Death? Critics say no, but it's a close. It's up there.
They say critics say no. Thankfully, it's not Wrestle Death.
It's up there. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. We got plenty of stuff coming up tomorrow on Count Out. We have, what are we gonna do?
Still kind of talking about that.
Well, we're gonna figure that out tomorrow on
maybe
Friday.
Something like worst Mania moments, but don't hold me to that.
Okay, all right. We'll talk about it. Should be fun. It's going to be WrestleMania something.
Yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, we are. Anyways. And then, of course, we're also on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steven Larson. It's a fantastic way to help support Going In Raw. Without Patreon, we would not be doing this.
Yes.
And we have a variety of reward tiers there. Starting at $1, you get the show ad-free. You get to import your RSS feed. So all those pesky ads that we run on the show.
Think of the past.
You don't have to deal with those.
Don't need them.
And then you also get a shout out on the show. $5. Get a bunch of bonus episodes every single week. We should probably we can do that tomorrow.
We can do it tomorrow. It's already been a long day.
Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Anyways, Larson, we're here to talk about
news.
Wrestling news.
News.
It's Friday. That means we do wrestling news today. And
let's just kick things off with this.
Okay.
AJ Styles.
Headed to All Elite Wrestling.
All Elite.
Oh.
All Elite.
Oh.
Contrast coming up sometime soon, pretty soon. According to, we've heard several times that he has yet to resign. Though he seems inclined to do so. But it hasn't happened yet. Got an update here, courtesy of Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer himself, in this week's newsletter. Quote, while Styles has not signed a new contract and his deal with WWE is due shortly, he had told friends, and all expectations are that he will sign. The basic gist regards his age and the stability of WWE at this point in his career. Styles is Kenny Omega's dream opponent, and he's good enough friends with the Young Bucks that they have talked with him when they were considering their own futures late last year. Those in AEW had not expected Styles to consider coming, although they obviously would have wanted him if he was interested.
It took him 15 years, by his own words, to get to WWE. He skipped NXT, went straight to Rumble. He's a big, he was literally just on the cover of Video Game.
I mean, he's done it all already, WWE. He might as well go somewhere else.
No, man, he's old. You know, dude, look, we're old. You know how it is. We want stability.
You're trying to tell me in All Elite Wrestling he wouldn't make just as much, if not more money?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He makes money hand over fist with merchandise. You think he didn't get paid for being on the cover of that Video Game?
I know he did.
You're insane.
All indications are, though, that All Elite's is handing out huge paychecks.
Not like that, though, man. That's a lot.
For Chris Jericho to say this is the richest contract he has ever had.
You know, that's a thing called bluster. I
mean, Kenny Omega said the same thing, man. They're just tossing money around.
No, man. WWE's the place to be. That is the end-all, be-all. Look, Michael Cole even said it, and he's not biased. There are no greener pastures in WWE. He said that on Raw.
Yeah, he's not biased at all, is he?
No. No, I never thought AJ Styles was going to go to All Elite.
Totally going to go All Elite, make just as much money and work like a third of the dates.
That's silly. It's a farm system. That's silly.
It's not true. It's not.
That's silly.
It's not a farm system.
Kenny Omega should be going to him.
Ring of Honor
for
is
that
Ring
dream
of Honor
match.
is a farm system.
Oh. So yeah, this is not terribly surprising.
This is basically non-news, but until AJ signs Alan Jones on the dotted line of a new WWE deal, this is going to be in the news.
You know what they should be doing? They should be trying to wine and dine Wendy Styles and all those little kid styles. They should be doing that.
All Elite, you mean?
Dad, can you please? Yeah, All Elite, exactly.
It's like if you sign with All Elite, you'll be home more often.
I don't want to do that, son. Not into it. Toxic masculinity. Not into it.
Being home, it scares me.
Being home scares me. I got you a trampoline. That's good enough. That's a replacement for daddy. No, that's messed up. That's a tough life, man. That is a tough life.
It is a tough life.
And you make a good point, obviously, with All Elite. He probably work less dates. But I'm sure, hey, look, man, they've already given lesser dates to any number of those guys. I'm sure they'll give less dates to Alan Jones.
Yeah, that was the indication that in his next deal he was going to be on the lookout for less dates.
Yeah.
Let's say, just for the sake of argument, we got time to fill in the show. What if WWE said, nah, you're AJ Styles. You're the face that runs the place. SmackDown is a house that you built. We need you every day.
Wow.
5 days a week, sorry.
So what if they
200
said,
days a year to be out there on the road performing, putting butts in seats. Can you do that for us, AJ?
not only do we need you the same amount as regular full-time, we need you more than regular full-time superstars.
Because you're
can you
that
do
important.
Can you do 7 days a week? Can you do every show?
Can you do 7 days a week?
2 days on Sunday.
Yes, two matches on Sunday.
Right.
Can you have the Ric Flair schedule?
I thought you were a pit bull, AJ. Can you
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm down, Vince. I can do it.
I'm not scared.
I'm not scared. It doesn't scare me. Many things do scare me, but that schedule doesn't scare me. Gillette razors, yes. I'm scared. Schedule, no.
Overworking myself? No.
No, I'm not scared.
Actually, you'd probably say no. I'm not interested in all that.
No, I'd say go away. Get out of here.
Yeah, I'll go to All Elite.
Yeah.
I'll work 3 days a week, maybe.
Exactly.
Work 10 days a month.
Yeah. One Sunday a year. So, yeah, that's good.
No, he'll probably get an Orton schedule.
Yeah.
He'll get a bus.
Yeah.
He'll get, you have to work 120 days a year.
He's so, I mean, the fact that he's old and there's that, he's always come off as a guy with kind of an old school mentality also.
Yeah.
And so I think some of those guys that are old school, it's like, it's just like when I asked him, hey, do you regret, although apparently now he says he kind of wishes he would have gone to NXT.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Here's the thing. I think he probably thinks that if NXT were the way it is now back then, because it really wasn't, it was getting there. But if, the fact that he said, no, why would I go to NXT? I'm main roster. He said that.
He didn't just say this. He said, I'm not. He just didn't say I'm main roster. He said, I'm WWE champion right now.
Yeah. I debuted at the Rumble. I mean, I don't know. I think he probably sees anything else. I mean, even if we do not, I think he's probably the type, probably thinks as anything else is a step down. You know what I mean? I can see that.
Maybe.
can see
But,
that.
he's accomplished a lot in the, 3 years he's been in WWE. Maybe he thinks
He literally has done everything.
he's pretty much accomplished everything, save for maybe being Grand Slam champion, if that's of importance to him. He's been a two-time WWE champion, U.S. champion. He's been on the cover of a video game. Basically had the belt for a year.
I do kind of wonder, though, like when you're in that atmosphere of the WWE, after being 15 years in, doing what he did, and then you get to WWE, I would think, and I mean, obviously, look, All Elite has, big money behind them. I'm sure that their paychecks are going to be just fine. I do kind of wonder if being in WWE, the atmosphere probably feels like the big time, because it is, and you literally can't get that anywhere else. You got guys running around with cameras doing these great WWE Chronicle shows and 24 and all these awesome little things.
But if he goes to All Elite, he can be on Being the Elite.
On the other hand, that is true. He could be on Being the Elite.
He opened his own pro wrestling tea store
Yeah.
and reap the benefits.
Yeah. I like how you're making my point for me. Thank you. So anyways, yeah, that's good. Let's talk about this. Talk about the WWE and somebody who might not be so happy there.
Well, this is a follow-up from the Monday show. I wasn't here, so you did all this. This is a follow-up on the Diva Dirt
I was all sweating and
report,
nervous,
saying that they had sources tell them that Ronda was legit upset with Becky Lynch about their latest Twitter feud, so to say.
Yeah.
The one involving talks of penises and such.
and fake.
Yes. Those two things. And so we have a kind of a bit of follow-up about whether Ronda was legit angry or if this is all kind of work. This comes from Misha Tate one of Ronda's former opponents in the UFC, and I believe they were trainers on Ultimate Fighter one season, right?
Maybe.
I saw a picture of them look like Ultimate Fighter. And according to her, yeah, Ronda was upset. She was on Busted Open Radio. She said, quote, "I know for a fact that burned Ronda's cookies."
I have never heard that phrase.
I have not heard that phrase either. It really, it got under her skin because I know this. You don't talk about her family. You don't talk about this. Like, even if you're joking, she does not have a sense of humor.
Wow.
And therefore, shit got real.
Ooh.
When Ronda called her out by her real name, no, Ronda's pissed, and Ronda's not joking. She's not playing games. She's not used to having to play by rules. She never had to before. Why is she going to now? She's already broken the rule with the F word, saying some things are fake. She's not a company woman, and she never has been.
That is all pure BS. That is
all speculation.
Well, it's also, I would actually go a step further. It's probably fed to Misha by Ronda. Get this out there. We're trying to hype this, and I'm supposed to be like really mad. I can almost guarantee it's that. Why wouldn't she?
What kind? Are they even friendly?
Probably. They both been through a lot together. I would imagine you come out the other end as on the same page. I'll put it this way. If she's saying this about Ronda Rousey, she's got to know Ronda pretty well.
Yeah, if they're...
So, if she knows her well enough, I don't know. I think she's just trying to help her hype the match.
Maybe.
That's got to be the case. Ronda Rousey does have a good sense of humor. I've seen videos where she's laughing and joking and doing stuff. There was some video... there was some video she put out like a while ago. One of the friendos linked me to it months ago where Ronda was doing some silly, trailer park stuff that was actually kind of funny. I think she has a sense of humor. I think this is totally...
Misha Tate says she doesn't. I'm guessing Misha Tate knows her better than you do.
You would trust Misha Tate over me?
Yeah.
I know. I think she does know her better, and I think that this is all just fake. This is the fake stuff here.
This is the fake stuff. But is Ronda really angry, yay or nay?
No. She's making big money with WWE. She's having a blast. No way.
I don't know.
Not a chance. Man, here's the thing. She was throwing potatoes at Becky on Monday.
Yeah.
The same way she asked Becky to throw a potato at her with that crutch.
Yeah.
And she just returned the favor, and you can almost see Becky saying, "Hit me harder, hit me harder." I guarantee you. No, man, are you kidding me? Becky and Ronda are texting each other saying, "Hey, what do you want to do next? What do you want to do next?" Give me a break. Somebody's making $1.5 million a year. They're gonna get mad that if you photoshopped my wife's head onto some submission picture of you, it's the funniest thing in the world. Get out of here. She's mad at that. Get out of here with that.
I don't know. Misha Tate said it was so who am I to argue?
Well, you know what, man? You need some two-dimensional thinking, man.
No, I need three-dimensional thinking.
You need three-dimensional thinking.
Get your Wrath of Khan reference right.
Well, Khan is two-dimensional thinking.
Even Fightful Sean Ross Sapp confirmed, saying everyone he spoke to within the company believes that Ronda's frustration is real.
There's probably that had to do with her promo stuff, though. Her frustration is real. She even said so in an interview when she said, whatever learning disorder or whatever disorder she has it really works against her in cutting clean promos. Yeah, she's probably frustrated, but no, I don't think, man. You can't be legitimately mad and go out there and then act as if you're in a play, because that's what they're doing. It's all just play acting.
You sure about that? There's
Yes.
been plenty of times when in movies the two leads do not get along, and sometimes it's really telling, and sometimes they do a heck of a job covering it up the fact that they despise each other.
I think wrestling is a totally different thing, man.
I don't think it's that different.
I do.
I'll say this: Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels did not like each other, did not, at all. Yet in the ring they had incredible chemistry.
We saw how that ended up. Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bret Hart had a sense of humor about himself. He wouldn't found himself in that situation.
Well, that's an argument we have on
Match Chat.
Yeah, Match Chat. That's a good one, Match Chat. You should check it out sometime.
Yeah, it's a good talk there.
I don't know, man. I think these days, Ronda's having a good time in WWE. I think she's had a fun run. I think this is a hot main event match. She's the first. She wanted to do for the women's division what she did for the women in UFC. and that's put that division firmly on the map in the mainstream.
Maybe.
And this feud is accomplishing that. And she's making a boatload of money.
She's making a ton of money.
And I refuse to believe that she's silly enough to think that all this stuff is real. I don't think you can go in and have a conversation with somebody and then I don't think that's the case. That's my own personal opinion. I could be totally wrong. But
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know these people.
Well,
you can only take in so much or gather so much from people's social media behavior. But, how much of that, especially within the context of wrestling, is shoot versus work, we don't know.
Part of it, too, is part of why I think it's all just a big thing to hype the match is because WWE, for whatever faults they might have, they are very savvy with their social media.
Yeah.
And I will almost guarantee you.
Do a lot of guaranteeing on the show.
Well, Triple H, who has been Ronda's handler from what we understand.
Well, I think it's Paul and it's Levesque and Heyman, the two creative kind of leads. I think Heyman's has been the one that's kind of handling like more of the day-to-day creative.
And you can't tell me Paul Heyman isn't he's literally has a marketing company. Like he's literally mastering social media.
Yeah.
I find it very difficult to believe that that this would be in any sense real. I don't know.
Is that what you said on Monday too?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not disputing the reporting of people on the inside. I just think that it's easy to leak information that.
We've said many times over that people may have their own agendas when they leak information out.
Yeah. And I mean, it's good. I think it's good to put out there. What did the Diva Dirt thing say last week on Monday?
On Monday, I had just pulled it up, and then I just closed it. One moment, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you still had it up.
No, I can pull it up right now.
Yeah.
The source within WWE and close to Diva Dirt have learned Ronda Rousey is legitimately pissed off at Lynch following the social media feud. It seems the two women have worked themselves into a shoot.
Yeah.
And then it says the Fightful thing, that Ronda's frustration is real.
Yeah. That's a little bit different, though.
Well, I mean, it could be interpreted as one in two ways. I understand the thing about the microphone.
I don't know what the rest of the context of that
yeah, I
quote
know.
is.
It just says beyond that, which made me think beyond this.
I mean, I
understand
that there's in the case of Ronda Rousey, she couldn't have gone through what she did with the UFC. She didn't have a big ego. And I'm not saying that from, as a negative. It's just you have to really, really believe in yourself. And to a degree, you have to take yourself very seriously to do this stuff. At the same time, it is professional wrestling, and I don't know, I just find it difficult to believe that you got to be on the same page, and to such a degree because you're trusting these people with your literally with your lives in the ring. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I would find it difficult to believe that. And then Misha Tate saying this, I don't know. To me, it just sounds like they're hyping a big fight, and all this stuff is going to add to the big fight feel. I think they're doing a great job with it, but that's what I think it is.
To Twitter,
which WWE makes you do.
Yeah, kind of.
I don't know. Did they address? I know they didn't show specifics. Did they address the Twitter feud on Raw? I don't think they did either.
No, they'll put that stuff out there. Or their talents will put their stuff out there, but by and large, they don't discuss it on the actual programming.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
There might be some instances where they have, but usually they just kind of let that. I'm sure they get, social media best practices notes per feud and go from there.
Here's also kind of the thing. Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey might not be a company person, but Becky Lynch definitely is. Mm-hmm. She definitely is. She was just at UFC 235 with a shirt that said, "I own Ronnie."
Yeah.
I just find it hard to believe that Triple H, somebody, wouldn't reach out to her and say, "Hey, can you dial it back a little bit?"
I'm sure Becky's operating completely within the guidelines set forth to her. And I just here's the one thing that and granted, given what happened on Raw this past week, I don't know if I should still feel this way. WWE's always been so hesitant to use the word fake in relation to their product whatsoever. And granted, they may not have specifically, and I think WrestleVotes more or less said this, greenlit the exact verbiage used.
Oh, I don't think they greenlit any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they greenlit that at all. I think they probably give them some leeway and say, hey, you want to, escalate this stuff on Twitter? That'd be great.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're happy with, probably half the curse words that Ronda uses because she's fine with that. I forget if Becky has.
I guess what I was going to get around to is I would think it more likely that WWE would see this and be like, all right, Ronda, you need to step back a little bit. Here's some things you please don't do, rather than necessarily Ronda being legit upset at Becky. Mm-hmm. I think that all that social media activity, let's say it's impossible because I don't know Ronda at all. I don't know what kind of disposition she has about any of this stuff. But I can see someone in WWE seeing that tweet from Ronda and being like, well, we'd prefer you not do that. But then, on Raw this week, they were pulling the curtain down quite a bit. So
Yeah.
But still, just like, they've never really pulled back the curtain that much.
Yeah. I mean, the idea that Becky literally, after all this, right? Their WrestleMania main event, the one piece Ronda Rousey, that has to be at WrestleMania, right? Paying her $1.5 million a year. Mm-hmm. If she's legitimately upset, if that would be a problem, that'd be a problem. You don't want that.
Well, it would
because
be a
then you start ending. Then you land on, well, people sometimes are so big, they're not afraid not to no show.
Well, but I think there's it's not just is she mad or is she not? Is she mad or is she not? There's a spectrum there. Is there an instance where she maybe was upset? There was some beef. A conversation was had. They managed to smooth things out enough that they can proceed in a professional manner.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, there might have been that, but I don't know, man. I don't know that Becky Lynch is showing up at UFC 235 with a shirt that says "I own Ronnie." If there's like legitimate, I mean, maybe there was a conversation where they said, "Hey, we need to draw some boundaries here. What can we do and what we can't do?" I'd be really surprised if they didn't do that in the first place. I mean, given Ronda's love for the business, it would really surprise me if she was like, if she, understanding how the business works, understanding how some of the best angles in the history of wrestling have gone down, that if she would be upset with this. I think she's probably more professional in that, but like you said, we don't know her personally.
Yeah, we don't know.
But I would be really surprised if that was the case.
Regardless, real or not, shoe to work. It's got people talking, and that's the goal nonetheless.
And if you think they don't know how to do that,
oh, they definitely know how to do that.
Then
whether people are upset or not,
there you go.
The end result, I think, is getting people talking about this program. Yeah, and that goal has been accomplished. Anyway, Steve.
Yeah, before we move on, here's a word from our sponsor for today's episode, HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, and delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients to your door.
HelloFresh does all the planning, shopping, and prepping and makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes. Each meal takes about 30 minutes to prepare, and they each call for less than 2 pots and pans. And I don't like doing dishes, so I'm all about that and that minimal cleanup.
HelloFresh offers 3 meal plans to choose from: classic, veggie, or family, and you can switch between the options whenever you like. Get out of the recipe rut and start cooking outside of your comfort zone by discovering new, delicious recipes with HelloFresh.
We had a chance to try HelloFresh, and it's our favorite meal kit delivery service. The wide variety of recipes offered is impressive, and the food, fantastic. Mm-hmm. I know we both enjoyed those meatloaf burgers.
Well, I love meatloaf.
Oh, man, and burgers. Put them together.
It was perfect.
Oh, I thought you were going to do the...
Oh, no, I just had to scratch my nose.
I thought you were going to do the...
I can do that,
There you
too.
go, thank you. And
Chef's
right now, friendos can take advantage of HelloFresh's special offer. Get $80 off your first month by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80 and using promo code GoingInRaw80. That's all one word.
Yes, you can get $20 off your first 4 boxes by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80 and entering promo code GoingInRaw80.
Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's show, and you're really helping out Going In Raw by going to HelloFresh.com/GoingInRaw80. Use promo code GoingInRaw80. Again, all one word.
You know who should go there? in addition to our wonderful audience, Vince McMahon, because he can afford that.
Oh, yes.
Because he's worth a lot of money, Larson. Do you
Yeah.
know how much he's worth?
Yeah, I read the thing from Forbes a lot.
Their annual list of billionaires came out. Vince is more rich now than he was last year. Last year, he ranked number 691.
No, this year he was 691.
Oh, this year. I'm sorry. I ran that through. He ranked number 691 on the list with a net worth of $3.2 billion. That's up from last year. Oh, there's no ranking from last year.
No, but it was like a $1.5 billion last year. That's a lot.
Less than half of that $3.2 billion he's worth now.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince, let's get some of that money.
Yeah.
Gee willikers.
I mean, the stock price went up quite a bit this last year.
Well, yeah, he's a paper billionaire. I'm not sure about his liquidity.
Well, there was the SEC filings they had, and apparently his annual salary has been for the last 3 years is about $1.4 million. So while he might be a paper billionaire, he is probably a real. I don't know if he has a cash on hand in the millions, but
I'm sure.
in terms of liquid assets, I'm sure he's got a multi-million-dollar home, if not.
How long is the process? Because we're talking about emergency situation. I need $5 million.
Yeah.
How quickly would it take?
I'm sure he can get $5 million. He can go. Yeah, I mean, he can go to one of those apps on you get the phone and probably get $5 million payday advance loan.
Earn in.
Check into cash.
Earn in. Oh, check into cash. Okay. Do they have an actual app? Because I've seen one on Instagram called Earn In.
I don't know if Check into Cash has an actual app.
And it's like people. It's like what the heck?
But there's apps. Yeah, you can get like instant approval for loans and such.
Who the hell goes to Arden for a movie?
I don't know.
That's scary. Anyways, I've seen commercials for. I think it's called Earn In, and it's like somebody's filming. It looks like a found footage thing. Somebody's filming. He's like, "Hey man, how are you buying groceries? I thought you were broke." Yeah, well, I get paid in 2 weeks, and I just get a advance on my payday, $100.
Man, what's the interest rate he's paying on that?
Oh, I don't know.
20%.
Yeah,
I don't know. Anyways, Vince probably doesn't have to worry about that. If he's borrowing money, is at interest rates on his terms.
Yeah, man.
At least 8 figures if he needs to borrow money.
Yeah. Well, how long is the process to sell your stocks? Because didn't George Barrios just recently sell
a chunk of
$13 million?
I saw a pie graph of who owns what in terms of WWE stock. This is all from memory. Vince, number one, 40%. Everybody else, save from a couple executives, like 55. I think Stephanie was in there. Hunter's in there. I think Barrios is in there. Kevin Dunn. They own Linda, small little chunks of pie. Vince has 40 and everybody else has like 55.
Yeah. How do we become billionaires, Larson?
Well, you start a company.
I want to be the object of rile.
There's several
amongst many a socialist.
There's several ways you can do it.
I want to pay my fair share.
Well, I think we do that now. You can win the lottery when Powerball's in the billions, or you can start up a company.
How about a media? Yeah, can we start up a media conglomerate?
We're kind of doing that now.
Nice.
We have a media company. You grow. You get some venture capital. You actually make them money.
I want to be the first Patreon billionaire.
Yeah, good luck with that. To the point where your valuation's in the billions. You have a public offering. You reap the benefits, man.
Yeah.
Because that's just basically free money you're getting at that point.
Why aren't we doing that?
Because we're not worth shit.
Seems like a big hassle.
I feel like our valuation is probably like in the tens of thousands of dollars at most.
Going in raw, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so isn't it like you're supposed to take like how much you make in a year and then multiply it by,
I don't know.
Is it like 3 or 10? I want to say it's like 3 or 10 to determine the value of your company. You take your company and then you multiply your yearly income by a certain amount, and that's
why you multiply it. Is that what revenue plus assets essentially? Is that what the idea is?
Well, no. So like they say, I want to buy this business. How much do you make in a year? Like let's say, for example, it's $100,000 in a year.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to buy it for what it's worth in a year.
Yeah. No,
you're going to buy it for a multiple of whatever.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
That's way too many things.
Yeah.
I want simpler.
No, it's the same thing. No,
There's probably some economist friendo out there who's yelling at their screen right now.
How do you determine the value of a small business? Here we go.
There you go.
Find the value of business. This is from Patriot software. I don't know if it was reliable or not.
I like that you're only going so far as to look at the sample of
Other
Google.
people ask. That's what I always do, man.
Oh,
No, that's not what I care about.
yeah, no. All right. I'm probably completely wrong then. That's why I'm not a billionaire, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Because we don't know business.
That's right. I don't know, man. Being a billionaire seems like a hassle
Yeah, it does.
because you have to keep up.
You know, it seems like being like extremely rich would seem like a huge hassle. Not paying taxes.
Yeah.
All the hoops you go through and all the money you spend to not pay taxes.
Yeah, right.
Like you have to hire all these high-powered accountants and tax attorneys.
Yeah.
That's not cheap.
Yeah, but
You're not. How much money are you really saving?
a ton?
Maybe, but it seems like a huge hassle.
What kind of profits did Amazon have? Like $11 billion?
Something like that. And they didn't pay any taxes.
Which wasn't it just like a couple years ago they were like in the negative?
I thought.
When did they start turning a profit?
Sometime between now and then.
Yeah.
You're making $11 billion. You can't fork over $1 billion to help this country.
Right? That's insane.
Jeff
That's
Bezos
insane.
worth what? $160 billion, $130 billion,
Burn every one of those billionaires,
and
man.
I guess he donates $2 billion of that to charity,
Yeah.
something like that. Is that the number
You
I
know
saw?
what though? People are talking crap about that, saying if
It's
it
like
was
the equivalent of like us donating $160. Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, but you know what? $2 billion.
$2 billion is a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Stop quibbling, people.
How much in personal income tax do you think Jeff Bezos pays?
Personal income tax?
Yeah,
I don't know how that differentiates from probably none. They probably all escape.
because he's worth $131 billion, but how much of that is on paper too? You know?
Yeah, I have no idea. No clue.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's never going to show anybody his taxes.
Oh God, no.
But he's also getting divorced soon. Didn't his dingus leak? Wasn't there a ding? Not like literally. It was
No,
like
no.
a photo
The National
of it?
Enquirer was threatening to do it, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead."
That's
Essentially, he
dope.
called their bluff.
Oh, that's awesome.
He had a Medium blog.
I think he's huge.
I don't know.
He's like, yeah, let everybody see. He should have just snapped it himself. And sent it to Yahoo.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh man.
Anyways, Vince is worth a lot of money.
Yeah, dude.
We haven't seen Lars Sullivan in a while, Steve.
Yeah, but isn't All Elite Wrestling, dude? Isn't Khan worth a lot more?
Yeah, he is.
Do you know where he fell on the list?
He's 200 and something.
Whoa.
He's over six. I think he was over $6 billion. He was worth. See, they're gonna put WWE out of business.
Yeah, man.
Pro Wrestling Sheet has an update on Lars Sullivan. This is what they have to say. Pro Wrestling Sheet has learned Lars Sullivan is in a good place after seeking professional help.
Yeah,
following.
Golden Corral. That's a good place, man.
I don't know if anybody who goes to Golden Corral leaves in a good place, Steve. After seeking professional help following a mental health-related incident in January, sources close to the wrestler tell us he immediately began seeking help from mental health professionals, and WB have been incredibly accommodating the whole time. We're told Lars is feeling better now after being out of the spotlight and happy for the other NXT call-ups, but it's still unclear if he'll return to the WB at any point. First things first is good. He realized it was an issue, got it taken care of.
Yeah.
I haven't dealt with my own mental health issues several years back. It sucks. It's debilitating, or it can be, and they're no jokes. So if you have problems with anxiety, depression, get help any way you can. And it's good that he did. Agreed,
absolutely. So hopefully he's getting to a healthy mental place. And I'd like to see Lars. I think he's like Morrow says, he's a Jack Kirby creation come to life. I think it'd be great.
You love playing as him in the video game.
He is great in the video game. That's a great thing about the DLC. It's like they have to rush through the regular roster, but when they get to DLC, it's like, oh, we can spend more time on these guys. And the DLC has like a bigger spotlight. And so they like the DLCs, the characters they whip out are great. They're so good. And Lars is like one of the best.
So hopefully, he can get himself right. And if he shows back up, cool. And if not, if WWE decides, hey, we'll help this guy out, get him on his feet. But if this isn't going to work, it isn't going to work out. See if he wants to continue wrestling elsewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll show up somewhere else.
As a fan, it'd be a shame if we never get Lars versus Braun. But I want his health to be number one.
Yeah, that's first and foremost.
Number one.
Yeah.
And
totally.
If he doesn't go to WWE, if it doesn't work out for him, he can always go back to weightlifting message boards and make some money off those. He can start like his own weightlifting message board. Nobody can ban him from that. Allegedly. Let's talk about these creative changes at WWE, man.
Changes.
Are we booking these creative changes now?
I don't know.
What's going on with this? Jeff Jarrett, PW Insider, is reporting that JEWF Double J, double G,
No,
double
only-
5,
only one J.
double
Only
69,
one J in the last name. Ain't he
double
great?
420 is taking on even more responsibility within the WWE after being hired as a producer earlier this year. Apparently, he's now part of the creative team.
Who isn't?
Yeah, really. PW Insider says former Impact Wrestling owner and WCW World Champion Jeff Jarrett has officially joined the WWE creative team. We are told this is a full-time executive level role in the company. Man, he went from tossing tortillas to that Triple Mania crowd to WWE executive. It is the latest move by WWE to bolster their creative team, with Bruce Pritchard brought back in as a senior vice president several weeks ago, and Paul Heyman being more and more intimately involved in writing and producing the Ronda Rousey and Brock Lesnar WrestleMania storylines.
Additionally, according to WrestleVotes, there's been someone else involved in recent creative meetings. Quote, along with the influx of new minds backstage, including Bruce Pritchard, Jeff Jarrett, Abyss, and others, an interesting name has begun to sit in on important creative meetings and his ideas and opinions viewed in high regard. Jason Jordan.
See, that's awesome.
That's awesome. 'Cause he's been working, I think, as a producer somewhat, working out with matches, but for him to be actively involved in the creative side of things is great.
More about Pritchard's role from Wrestling Observer newsletter. I think, was it last week? In last week's issue, he talked about Pritchard also. And he said something like, did he call him a carny? He called him a yes man and another term. And I swear to God, I thought it was carny or
Someone
something.
has used that term in reference to Bruce Pritchard, because it wasn't Cornette. Cornette said that, because we listened to that little snippet of the Cornette show where he talked about Pritchard, and that Pritchard could essentially read Vince's mind.
Yeah, carny's
the
such a
gist of it.
weird term to use.
Yeah, anyways, look that up. I'll read this.
Yeah, I'll look it up. You go ahead.
Quote, regarding Bruce Pritchard, he's not the number 2 guy in creative or anything at quite that level, but he will have influence. He was described as now working full-time with the term roving consultant used, although we don't know if that's the official job title. I mean, according to PW Insider, it's senior vice president. He was described as being a guy in the process when it comes to influence would be below Paul Levesque, Triple H, Brian James, you didn't know, Road Dogg, Dave Kapoor, and Ed Koskey. One person who has heavily praised how Jeff Jarrett has been handling himself since coming said that he thinks Jarrett will end up having more influence as well.
Well, let's see.
That's last week's, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should just do a term search for the word carny. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. At the same time, Pritchard is a carny and a yes man.
Wow.
I'm kind of curious because it cracks me up. Like, that's such a weird term to use, but I get it. I mean, I understand it's just old school, you know. It's old school, and so let's see here. He would be below Paul, Brian. I'm sorry, I know you already read this, but I was rereading it. Brian, James, Dave Kapoor, and
they anticipate that Jeff Jarrett, considering how well he's done, will eventually have more influence as well.
Yeah.
So who knows?
You know, I mean, his last run in Impact, he was there briefly before the GFW thing.
Mm-hmm.
There was some cool stuff happening then.
It seems like they're really heading in the direction of bringing in a lot of former wrestlers or wrestling people to handle creative versus, and I've said this before, when they brought in Pritchard, as opposed to
TV guys.
TV writers. Yeah. Even with Dave Schilling apparently joining the creative team. He's a writer, but he's not a writer of, as far as I know. I don't know if Dave's written any TV shows. But, he's not from, just fresh off the set working on a pilot or something like that.
They're not like hiring, or they're not, because didn't Max Landis once claim to be a paid consultant for Raw? He probably claimed that. And then of course back in the day it was Freddie Prinze Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he used to be a writer there. Yeah.
He used to be a writer there. So I mean, I'll never say no to more, wrestlers.
People who
are in the business,
get the business of wrestling.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's good for them. Good for them. Good for Dana Warrior.
Yeah.
What was your? You weren't there on Monday, so
I mean, if she's got the bona fides, if she's got a good ideas and knows how to develop a story, why not?
Well, I mean, I think it's like, this is kind of obviously, or no, I'm not going to say obviously at all, but even if it's, because I was just saying, She needs a job, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not sure what Warrior's estate's like. You know, if it's if it's able to take care of her in perpetuity.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody likes to be active. Her kids are maybe, I don't know, going to college at this point. Mm-hmm. They seemed older. And maybe she's like, yeah, I need a job. I want a job.
Well, I mean, she already does a lot of public relations work for him.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is paid.
But I speculate maybe she had some hand at some Warrior fanfic before.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I don't know. People get all up in a tizzy. It's not like all of a sudden she's going to be a head writer.
No.
If she's good enough to all of a sudden become the head writer, chances are she's a really good writer.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know. People pitch a fit for no reason, man.
Yeah.
Cracks me up.
I mean, yeah, if she has evidence that she can create interesting narrative, why not? Give it a try.
Yeah. It just goes to show, man. Network.
Yep.
Build relationships.
Yep. Last story before we move on to questions. An absolute legend, a pioneer in the wrestling business, Jushin Thunder Liger, age 54. I can't talk now. It's been a long day. Announced during a press conference yesterday that he would retire following Wrestle Kingdom 14, I believe, in 2020. So the next Wrestle Kingdom.
Which day, though?
I think both shows.
Oh.
And as I said, he is a legit legend, probably the greatest junior heavyweight of all time, 11-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, hugely influential, inventor of the shooting star press. And Duke is still putting on a quality match.
Yeah.
Apparently his match against Taiji Ishimori at the anniversary show for the junior title is supposed to be pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll check that one out. I know. I feel bad. I really need to catch up on New Japan. I feel like I've really let that slip away a little bit, and I didn't want that to happen.
No, I wanted to watch more, not less. Did you see that still from the anniversary show where everybody's staring down Jay White? That's cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
How far are we into the show? Where are we at?
41 minutes.
You want to do a quick rundown of the New Japan Cup brackets, do some picks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Since that starts tonight.
Let's do it. New Japan.
All right. Oh, this isn't really a bracket. I want the actual diagram.
Didn't Cody Miles send us the thing like on Discord?
Probably.
Let me check.
There we go. It's right here.
Got it? All right.
It's on Reddit.
All right.
All right. Yuji Nagata versus Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii goes over.
Now, let me ask you something. Because I don't recall. What is the early upset ratio like? Is this one of those things where there's like upsets early on?
There could be single elimination, so it's entirely possible.
Yeah. New Japan. Let me see if Cody Miles has anything here. Let's see here. No. Looks like he's lame. Oh, wait. No, hold on a second. Might have been in today's daily thing. So who do you got? You got Ishii going over?
Yeah.
Whatever. Nagata.
All right. Hanma versus Taichi. They like Taichi. He goes over.
Yeah, Taichi.
All right. And then Nakanishi versus Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi goes over. He's got a new haircut.
Yoshihashi.
Juice Robinson versus Chase Owens. Juice.
I'm going to say Chase. I'm going to say this is Bullet Club heavy.
Okada versus Michael Elgin. Okada goes over.
Okada's got to go over there.
Yeah. Mikey Nichols, former Nick Miller from NXT.
Oh.
Taking on
Leo
Tonga. Mikey Nichols goes over.
Nah, man. Bullet Club.
Will Ospreay versus Bad Luck Fale.
That might be a good match.
That would be a good match. Ospreay goes over.
No, Fale goes over.
All right.
Bullet Club.
Hinare versus Lance Archer. I'm going to say Hinare goes over.
Lance Archer, Bullet Club goes over.
Go Ace Tanahashi versus Umino. I think he's a young lion. Tanahashi goes over. Tenzan versus, I think Finlay's out of this because he hurt his shoulder. So I don't know who his replacement is. I heard, though. Oh, is this some sort of pick'em?
All right, yeah, here's what you got to do, man, because you're just running through all these like
send that to me.
Everything.
Send that to me.
It's on the Discord. You have full access to it.
No, actually, I don't. I don't know log in for the Discord.
Man, wow.
Tenzan goes over. I feel like this match is going to determine the whole tournament. Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito.
So, okay, winner of this entire thing gets a shot when?
G1 Supercard MSG.
Oh, whole lot of nothing. They're not going to send. No, man. It's going to be
Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi's winning. Kota Ibushi's totally winning.
Ospreay, didn't Ospreay already fight Jay White?
Yeah, he just had the match anniversary show. It's supposed to be really good.
Oh, it's supposed to be a good match?
Mm-hmm. going to be Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, MSG is a big deal. Nah, man, I'm going to go with Colt Cabana. Colt Cabana versus
Jay White. Kota Ibushi beats Naito. Evil versus Zack Sabre Jr. I think Zack beat him last time, so I'll say Evil. Makabe versus Colt Cabana. Makabe's going over. Yano.
Do this.
I don't know. Do you have to drag the name over?
Oh, I tried that.
What if we do something over here?
Oh, I see. Wait, do I do that? Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know how to do any of this.
Yano versus Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Create a prediction. Oh, here we go.
I'll do Yano.
All right, let's see here.
Kojima versus Suzuki, and then Goto versus Sonata. That's Sonata.
Oh, I got it here. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Ooh.
Oops. Let's see here. Actually, I got to start from the end here. Who I think is? Who I think is going to?
It's going to be Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi's going to win. It's got to be Kota Ibushi.
You're going to job out Kota Ibushi to Jay White at freaking MSG?
Yep.
They just signed Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, I know.
He's been putting over New Japan, like, even over his best friend and maybe lover, Kenny Omega. They're not going to job him out right now.
Yeah, they are.
You're crazy.
Yeah. What, you think Hiroki Goto is going to win in main event the MSG show?
I didn't say that.
It's not going to be Okada. They just had a match. It's not going to be Tanahashi. That's too soon for a rematch.
Man, I want to see a Zack Sabre Jr. versus... Has he fallen off or something?
No, I don't think so. Because the bracket here, the one with Ishii and Nagata, I think the final is probably going to be Ishii versus Juice.
Ishii versus Jay White. That'd actually be... I could see that happening.
I mean, that'd be a good match.
I could see that happening, totally.
And then Okada versus Ospreay. And then... wow. Trying to figure out who on this side of the bracket would go.
I think it's going to be, let's see here, Ishii versus...
Then Sonata versus Yano. And then this one would be...
Remember, David Finlay got taken out.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And this one would be Ibushi and Tanahashi. So the semifinalists, I think, will be Ibushi, Sonata, Okada, and Ishii.
My final is Ibushi versus Ishii, and Ishii wins. It's going to be Ishii versus Jay White.
I'm going to say Ibushi versus Okada.
As you like to
Okada
point
gets
out...
the win. Or sorry, Ibushi gets the win over Okada.
As you like to point out, Ishii's a big name.
Yeah.
Let's see here. If Okada
all right, let's take some questions while you fill out your bracket.
Let's see here. Who moves on here out of all these guys?
The Russell Dude. If next year's Mania is pirate themed and we've had a Greek theme Mania, what Mania theme would you want to see? Have a WrestleMania next time is at Houston, space themed.
Oh man, that'd be killer. Oh, I'd totally go to that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Adam Mayhem, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you miss Adam Mayhem?
Like what is lower than Z? Is it possible to do lower than 0?
Well, there's negative numbers, yes.
Is it lower? He's such a he just wants attention.
But this particular scale is 1 to 10, so I guess it'd be a 1.
Yeah. Do I miss him at all? I don't know. Like when he was around, I would get more BLTs because we go to Brew Pub next door. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Yeah, and BLTs are delicious.
So 2. I'll give him 2 for BLTs. What do you think?
8.
Wow.
No, 7.
You used to be like, whoa,
7.
dropping.
Because I have more money in my pocket now.
That's true, too.
Carmen Childers, with next year's WrestleMania apparently being pirate themed, should every entrance be made by swinging to the ring on a rope, yay or nay?
No, that's terrifying.
No, there should be walking the plank, too.
Although Kairi Sane's got to do a thing, right?
Yeah, there's got to be some walking of the plank. The Thing from Under the Ring, will Dan be making an appearance for WrestleMania? Hopefully.
I'm saying Suzuki's not going to make it out of his first match.
Oh, against
Kojima.
Kojima, that's entirely possible.
I'm wrong about that.
Aaron Schmida, what are the point of rest holds? NXT and NXT UK have proven they're unnecessary and just makes Raw and SmackDown more of a grind to watch.
I can't stand rest holds.
This is why they do it, especially when the heel has a face and a rest hold. It's to get the crowd into it. It seems contradictory. This is what happens. Face is in a rest hold. It gives the match a moment to breathe, and it gives the crowd a moment to rally behind the face.
Uh-huh.
That's the psychology behind it. I think I've heard that somewhere. Could be wrong, though.
Man, I'm booking this to perfection.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see if you're right. Dylan James, how many people in NXT UK do you think will succeed besides British Strong Style and Walter?
Oh, man, I've got this down perfect.
Jordan Devlin could be a huge star.
I love Jordan Devlin.
He's great.
I love his theme music, too. It kicks off with...
It's like an Old West theme.
Yeah, it's great.
Firebomb, how likely does Charlotte walk out of Mania with a title because Becky and Ronda are too concerned with each other? No, I don't think Becky's going to lose sight because she's got her own beef with Charlotte, so I don't think that's going to be a worry.
All right, listen to this, man.
All right, hit me.
My final is Ishii versus Kota Ibushi. Before that, we've got in the semifinals, Ishii versus Will Ospreay, killer match. Kota Ibushi versus Sonata, up and comer. Kota Ibushi gets out of that. Before that, we've got Yano and Sonata.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
In the quarters, Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah. Before that,
Okada,
also
Ospreay, got that.
Okada, Ospreay, Ishii, Yoshihashi.
You have Juice Robinson losing to Chase Owens.
I do.
I think it's going to be Ishii versus Juice.
I think Bullet Club's going to be the. You know how Suzuki-gun, all they do is like interfere in other matches? Bullet Club's going to be doing that.
Hold on, take a pause there. Mr. Triple Mania, Juan Guerrero Jr. Math on Minoru Suzuki and Dr. Wagner Jr.
Okay.
Very important math to be done.
Down for that. I feel like I should do the math, though, because you are biased.
I can be totally impartial.
No, you cannot. Not like me.
Yeah, you're so impartial when it comes to John Cena.
I don't know why I get it. It's not like I'm even a fan of Cena.
All right, Minoru Suzuki. Being good, in ring.
It's kind of one note. Give him like a 3, 4.
Talk about being impartial.
Nah, give him a 7, man.
7.
Quality 7.
Promo. He's menacing.
So he's one of the few guys that the language barrier doesn't matter. He terrifies me.
Yeah.
Give him an 8.
8. Look, 8. It's terrifying.
Well, he's kind of goofy looking, though.
But his hair, it's all legit, man.
Give him a 7. Quality 7.
He's legit.
Quality 7.
Legacy. High.
Pretty high legacy.
He's one of the greatest fight athletes of all time.
8 legacy.
8 legacy. Kayfabe. I mean, he's had some titles, but it's not exactly booked the strongest.
Quality 7.
Yeah, I'll say 7. That's fair.
Well, you're not going to go up to 8.
No, I'm saying that's fair, man. 7 plus for being good. 15, 22. That's a 7 plus. Baron Bret Hart, I'll take that.
Yeah, man. No, I think Suzuki's up there with some of the best.
Yeah, Dr. Wagner in ring.
I have no idea. Good.
I've seen a couple matches of him. He's good. Give him a 7.
7? Okay, good.
Promo, I mean, based on his voice alone, 9.
Yeah, I give him a 9 for promo.
Look, looks incredible.
Yeah,
he looks like a time traveler.
Yeah, 9.
9 for look.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Oh,
it's been around forever.
Dude, killer legacy,
8.
9.
Kayfabe.
Oh, I don't know.
He did lose his mask, though.
All right, 6.
But then you see his face, and it's amazing.
Yeah, but 6.
7.
He lost his mask, man.
That's not the end of the
I'm
world.
sorry. He lost his mascaras.
Mascaras. That's not the end of the world.
I just don't want to overrate him.
18, 25. 8 plus in terms of being good.
Yeah.
16, 23. Ooh, 7 plus, so almost an 8 wrestler for
I
Dr.
could see
Wagner
Dr.
Jr.
Wagner Jr. as a 7+ wrestler. He's up there with Suzuki. All that made sense. See, the thing is, dude, the math never lies.
Yeah, I was completely unbiased with Minoru Suzuki. Not a single 10. Kyle, thoughts on Finn losing at Mania and heading to SmackDown, or do you think Finn has to win at Mania? I don't think he has to win. It's entirely possible. He wins at Mania.
All
and then they send the Intercontinental title over to SmackDown in exchange for where the U.S. champion is. Entirely possible.
It's always possible.
Oh, good question. Christian Baldridge, do you think Dean Ambrose stays with WWE? We've heard Meltzer says he's out the door. we've heard reports that people within the company thinks, no, he might very well stay. If you had to put money on it right now, if you were a betting man,
What'd you get from Amazon?
none of your business. I didn't get anything.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you were a betting man, Dean Ambrose stays or goes.
I think I'm going to say he stays.
Oh,
Because I feel like it was a bit of a cry for
attention.
And then Roman came back, and Roman's probably one of the more persuasive guys there is. Come on, man. Just stay. All right, Roman. I can't say no to you. So, yeah, it's also better for Renee's career.
He's gone. The Lurker, the wrestling Lurker.
Ooh.
What do you think about Jay White's push? I think it's too fast.
I'll be completely honest, man. I know I'm going to get some shit for this. It's kind of the reason why I tuned out of New Japan.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I just don't feel it. I don't feel, you know what it kind of feels like? It feels like a little bit better version of The Miz in 2010. I don't feel it, man. I'm still confused by like the infrastructure of Bullet Club, and I'm a very big fan of understanding what the hierarchy is. For example, Suzuki-gun. Guess who's in charge of Suzuki-gun?
Suzuki is, yeah.
Yeah, you know why? Because they named it after him. So it's his thing. I don't know. I like Jay White as a wrestler. I think he's really good. But the story just hasn't been as compelling. Like I just feel like they fumbled some stories.
I understand all that, and I think a lot of it's because the way the Elite left Bullet Club was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Same time, though, I don't watch every show, so I'm not going to be too critical of the story beats because I'm not
Honestly,
aware of them.
no. Hey, you know what, though? You know what? This is such a good point that I'm about to make. You know one thing that isn't constantly reminding me of what cool stuff I might be missing in New Japan? Lariato Gifts. They shut that down. They shut that guy down. And now I don't...
You can do 2 per match or something like that.
Like 3 per match and no finishes and probably no big reveals. So like the thing about New Japan is I need to be reminded of what I'm missing. I will be so much more likely to be like, oh, here we go. I'm not going to get into it sight unseen because I like to watch stuff live. It doesn't work for me live. Just in terms of my sleep schedule, I'm not going to stay up for anything.
Yeah.
So, and then they killed the New Japan Rumble. I don't know. I feel like they're just not
They're not catering to Steve's wants.
Yes, and that's
really what it
important
is.
for Steve to be into something.
Stephen Corney, in predictions, you said Becky versus Charlotte will be a DQ finish. It's hold harmless, non-sanctioned match, so it can't be a DQ. My understanding is that Becky had to sign a hold harmless agreement in the event that she got injured during the match.
For the match to happen, yeah.
Yes, not that the match itself was unsanctioned in any stretch or was no disqualification. They have not made that point.
Yeah, this isn't an unsanctioned match.
No. She just signed a thing whereas WB wouldn't be liable should she get injured more. That was my understanding. If we're wrong, we're wrong. Kevin Milkey, how do they find the next NXT champion? Tournament, ladder match, or other? Fatal 4-way.
I think it's going to be a fatal 4-way.
Jamie Devlin, you guys go on about the problem with NXT UK is lack of stories throughout the roster. Is that the case because unlike NXT US, the UK brand doesn't have set-in-stone takeovers in the calendar yet to work stories towards? Interested to get your guys' thoughts on this issue. I just think it was more of a feeling out process in terms of knowing the talent they had on hand, and I'm really curious now that the Performance Center is fully armed and operational over there, if that's going to improve things. I mean, granted, it's just one episode. I thought the last episode was really good. Mm-hmm. Really good wrestling. They weren't trying to jam a bunch of matches into an episode with a bunch of unmotivated bouts. Yeah. Everything, for the most part, was motivated, save for the 2 squash matches or enhancement matches. So if that's the trajectory they're going to keep going on, I'm looking forward to see what they can do.
I haven't had as big a problem with that as you have. When they go to, so I think I have the same issue when NXT. Sometimes they've only done this once that I can remember in the recent past. When NXT does like a TV taping at in San Jose or they do on tour. Yeah. And it's like, obviously it doesn't really have any bearing on story. When NXT for the last 3 weeks went to Phoenix, it just didn't
NXT UK, yeah.
NXT UK when did the Phoenix tapings, it just didn't feel normal to me. I actually really enjoy NXT UK. I thought when they were doing 2 a week, it was a bit much.
Yeah, it was too much.
But, I mean, that's just because it's our job.
It's 4 hours of wrestling. You got to watch them pretty much one day. So that's back when 205 Live was on Wednesdays, too.
But to me, to be honestly, for me personally, the strength of NXT UK is in the characters. And I think that they have usually done a pretty good job of giving us some really concrete characters. I do hope that they proceed further with like more stories and stuff. I think that is one thing they definitely need. But it hasn't really hampered my enjoyment of the product too much. So, yeah. Anyways. Wow, what a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's it for the show. Be sure to leave us a rating, review, or a comment if you're listening to us. Join us on Sunday for our Fastlane live stream reaction.
Yes.
Till next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Be a part of Going In Raw today at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. Starting at $1 a month, you can enjoy Going In Raw ad-free, gain access to the daily 30-minute Going In Raw post-show, exclusive merchandise, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description.